They just totally dominated us at stoppage. I thought Hill and Watson pretty significant in the last quarter. Their sub, I think Collier, was able to get outside. We just stopped winning the ball inside, and then we got really exposed outside. And they, as you say, the last 15 minutes they were able to overrun us. Their handball receives, their run and carry. We weren't able to generate any ball going forward for us, and that's what in the end got on top of us. And fought back a little bit the last couple of minutes there, but ran out of time.
So what do you take out of it? The positive that you were so good for so long, or the fact that you popped up a game you probably should have won?
Oh no, we'll take out the positives out of it. It was, we've had a pretty tough last month. Everyone involved in the footy club has. So, come out here and play against a team that was their last hit out before finals, and to be up for a while. Yeah, it's disappointing to lose from that margin, but we knew they'd come at it, and they got a fair bit playing on it. So we took a lot of positives of how we played today, and unfortunately we weren't good enough in the end, and that's disappointing. But we show what we are capable of doing, but until we consistently prepare like that and come and play like that, we're not going to be a good team. You've got to be a good team before you can be a great team. So we've got a bit of work to do, but we'll bounce back the next week and enjoy the last week of before we all break up.
The forward line seemed to work well, especially obviously the best three quarters, but the big players down there seem to be working really well together, and Robbie played really well off them, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, look, Butch has given us something the last 3 weeks, and we know he can mark the ball and kick goals. But I thought his pressure once the ball hits the ground, he's great for a big guy, 6'6" guy. So he brings that, and Jay, that's what Jay does bring. They complement each other. Westy was able to show glimpses of getting back into some form, and some of our smalls had shots down there. Robbie Gray, I think he ended up kicking 6. But a few of our mids that we put through there were able to impact on the scoreboard too. So yeah, we always know that if we can generate enough inside 50s, we've got a forward line, whoever's there, capable of kicking a score and keep the scoreboard ticking over. But as been the case of most of the year, we've struggled to get enough inside 50s to give them opportunity. But when they do, they certainly uphold their end of the bargain.
How important was it to hold on to Butch, especially when he was shining light the last part of the season?
Butch is going to be important for us for the future, no doubt. Like Jackson, who re-signed, and we're working hard on Carlisle and Lobie. To sign up those guys too. So hopefully in the next week, and more too, I think, out of contracts. So hopefully in the next week we can have some good news with that regard, but that's still work in progress. But yeah, they are important to our future, and we, all year we've had glimpses of the players that are our future, and the squad that's going to be our future. So yeah, we're all disappointed with the result today, but at least they can hold their heads up. They competed hard, and they showed some effort, which is what's been lacking over the last month.
Sort of bit further up the ground plus half back, he seemed to really have a little bit of influence there, didn't he? He seemed to relish getting being around the ball a lot more.
Yeah, we've used him the last couple of weeks up on the wing, and yeah, look, he can give us a bit of run and carry, and he's a good user of the ball, and he was able to generate a little bit of that. So yeah, it's important for him. I think it's important for all forwards to be able to go up there and do that, because it can be a lonely place, especially when you don't have many inside 50. So he had some good moments today of helping us move the ball, and the faster you can move the ball, every team wants to move it fast. You can't always do it, but the more players you can have that can allow you to do that, the better you're going to be.
Spenny, what's your response to people like David King and Martin McClure saying last week that you're nothing more than a band-aid measure here, and maybe that Rodney should take over?
Look, we've all got our opinions. I'm only really concerned on the opinions of the board and the other football department in our football club. I'm not really concerned about what commentators have. How I'm going to coach and what I'm here for. I exactly know what path I'm taking the club down, and where we're heading and what we've got ahead of us. And if I sit on the bench with the leg crossed or sit upside down, it shouldn't really matter about what I'm doing. It's I'm here to make this club as good as I can be with the players, and I'll continue to do that. So I'm not fazed by it. They don't understand the what we're about as a footy club, and I suppose we are easy pickings though when we're sitting down the bottom of the ladder and the result that we had last week.
You have a real strong belief that you're the man for the job and you can turn this club around. You sort of do that today.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, if I didn't, I might as well walk away now. So, I know what path we've been heading down. We certainly haven't had the results that we wanted to, and, I know our supporters and sponsors are as disappointed as we are where we're sitting now and the losses we've had. But, we're going to have to make sure we improve a lot next year. But, we know what path we're heading down and what our focus areas are going to be on, and we're going to make sure we build this club slowly back up to where it should be.
And as long as those guys re-sign, there's some real good pieces of the jigsaw in place, aren't there?
Well, look, I think there is. There's a lot of negativity in footy in South Australia at the moment, in general, and obviously we're copying a fair bit of that, and so be it for some reasons. But we know there's some positive stuff going on at the club, and we've got a great young group of players that want to play a lot of footy together. And I'm sure, if we can get a few more over the line with their contract-wise, but the group we've got are certainly wanting to become better players, and I'm going to look forward to the journey with them.
Given the effort today, Melbourne next week to finish off the season, you enter that one with confidence of finishing the year with a win?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, look, we're obviously at Adelaide Oval, our last game at home, and hopefully we get Brogues up forward for his farewell game. So there's a few things on the end of it, but I want to see their competitive spirit and the effort they brought today. And footy, there's a fair bit of tactic goes on, but in the end, it's a pretty basic game. You bring that, you're going to be in the games, and you're going to give yourself a chance to win. And today we showed that. Sydney yesterday showed that. So we've just got to make sure we come prepared to bring that again. And Melbourne want to finish off the season on a good note too. And I think every team who aren't going to play the finals want to win that last one to give them a bit of positivity heading into their pre-season, and we're certainly along those lines.
And you have to win that game now to avoid the wooden spoon.
Yeah, look, we obviously know what's on the end of it, but in the end, we're more focused, and I'm more focused about how we go about playing our footy and how we play out in the park. And so, for 2 hours Sunday afternoon, we play like we did today. I'll be happy. If we play like we have previously, we won't be too happy with it. So that's our main aim, and if we do, results will come our way.
The fact you haven't won for so long today, playing in the last 15 minutes, almost forgot how to win a little bit towards the end.
Oh, no, look, I'm not sure. I just think they got on top of us at the stoppage stuff and beat us inside, and they were able to get some outside run going. But, in the end, the simple stuff, they were able to beat us inside, get first use on it, and spread pretty well on us. And we weren't able to generate anything going our way. And that's where the game was. I don't think it was a matter of them, forgetting how to win. It was just a matter of a couple of their senior guys really lifted and got them over the line.
Did anything change in your preparation leading into today's game that you were able to get such a good competitive effort, where in previous weeks, particularly at the start, maybe you hadn't?
No, not really. We reviewed it. We've had a solid week on the track. I think if you use little techniques to get them up every week, you can't do that. It's a demanding season. It's a long season, so you just got to prepare, review, and then prepare for the opposition. The same. You can change up your training, that kind of stuff. But they prepared pretty well, and they showed some resilience to bounce back and at least be competitive early, as you said. So we've got to make sure next week we do that. And both teams are going to come off the same break, and they're playing the same time as us. So as I said, it's all focuses on next week, trying to make a pretty competitive and solid effort.
Where have you got out of depth in your season, do you think? I mean, your spine's pretty good with that jump up coming through.
Yeah.
Maybe around the ball a bit?
Oh, look, I think like most teams, you're always trying to beef up your on ball. So, yeah, we need to do that. Along with the periphery things of getting bigger and stronger and fitter, we need to do that. But, I think we need to bolster up our midfield group and, look for some support for Lobes. I thought he battled pretty hard today for 3 quarters and got overrun a little bit towards the end, but I don't know what's his 10th game or something like that. So he's certainly improved out of sight. So probably they're the 2 areas, and continue to get games into the core group of players I keep talking about all year, and they were able to get a good experience today in front of an away crowd and against a team that in 2 weeks' time is going to play finals.
You just spoke about some of the senior players at the end standing up. You've got a really exciting young group of players, but is there that chasm between the senior guys that you would have hoped would have stood up today to stop that run?
Look, we had a couple of them up forward and the ball doesn't come down there, so it makes it hard. And we don't have Brogues out there, and we've got a couple of leaders down back. So, we had a pretty young on-ball group on there, and in the end, Hill, they saved him up a little bit, and he rucked a lot more in the second half. And Watson, we contained him pretty well till halfway through the last quarter. So, I thought Dom showed some great leadership today, and so did Schultze and the guys in our leadership program. But, in the end, when it really mattered, they had a couple stand up. And we've got a couple of young on-ballers. We've got some on-ballers who played 4 or 5 years too, and they didn't win enough of it. So it's just a great lesson for us. And, if we can turn out to be some of our on-ballers the qualities of what Watson's turning out to be, then we'll be in good shape. Thank you.